Hi everyone, my name is Bethany and I, along with my husband Sean, run Trash Pandas Thrift. We are a six-figure reselling business, and here on this channel, we share with you all of our tips, tricks, and experiences, all so that you can start and grow your very own reselling business too. Today, I have got such a special haul for you guys. It is full of amazing BOLOs, brand and style base that you have probably never heard of, that I was so happy to find and share with you guys. So maybe you can go ahead and find it in your thrift stores too. Before we dive in, I do want to take a minute and talk about our favorite cross-listing platform and the tool that we've used year after year to increase sales, Vendoo. Vendoo is the #1 cross-listing platform for resellers of any experience level. Cross-listing is our favorite strategy to increase sales, and in today's day and age, it is a no-brainer to want to get your items in front of as many eyes as possible. Listing 55 items a day to multiple platforms would have been an impossible task if it wasn't for Vendoo making the process simple, cost-effective, and time-efficient. Vendoo makes it so easy to get your listings live on your other platforms. You simply import your listings from your main platform, let's just say eBay, and then Vendoo takes all of the information you've already input, like your title, description, size, item specifics, and price, and automatically fills these in for the listings for your other platforms. You just click list and your item goes live right away. Personally, I love having access to my business on the go, especially because I'm constantly outsourcing. Vendoo is the only cross-listing platform with a mobile app. And I love this because during downtime in between rotations for us at the bins, or when we've just got a few extra minutes to get some work done, but we might not be by our computer, we can just hop onto our phone and get some listings done from anytime, anywhere. Another awesome feature that Vendoo just recently released is sending automatic offers to likers. Sending offers to likers can be so time consuming, but also a super important element to reselling and making consistent sales. With this new feature, you'll be able to send automatic offers to likers on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari. And if you're already doing this, it's going to save you a ton of time. And if you're not sending offers, this is going to be a game changer for your business, and it's going to make you so much extra money. The more eyes on your item means the more opportunities buyers have to buy your items, and that means more sales for you and your business. If you're interested in trying on a cross-listing platform, Vendoo is definitely the tool we would recommend using and the one we have loved using for years. If you want to try it out, go ahead and click the link below. We have a link in our description that you can use to get 25% off your first month of Vendoo. All right, now let's jump into the haul. I have so many goodies to show you. The first one is going to be an absolute brand BOLO that you want to write down. This is going to be the tag. It is called Oscar. Oscar is a lag and look brand. It is a European lag and look brand that is a great style aesthetic and also a brand BOLO. Super expensive pieces. They go for good money resale depending on the category. I have seen certain Oscar pieces go for over $100. This one is a really classic lag and look style, almost kind of like a balloon leg. That is one of the best styles that I like to find when it comes to lag and look pieces. Next up, okay, this is stunning. Now, this is an example of a BOLO in a brand that maybe you don't pick up in everything, but man, this is an item that is a BOLO that deserves a second look. This is Lauren Ralph Lauren, right? Yeah. I didn't know if it was Ralph Lauren or Lauren Ralph Lauren. All right. I am a Ralph Lauren fan. We actually talked about it on a BOLOs You May Not Expect video before. This is what I mean. So this is a stunning maxi skirt. It is an all over print. It is a scenic print. This one has a small flaw that actually I'm going to see if we can fix. It's missing an interior button. So it's supposed to go like that. How stunning. It has little leather buckles, and then it has an equestrian print. It is so Western, cowboy, cowgirl. It is so good. It's so on trend. It's an example of actual styles from Ralph Lauren that perform so well. The difference between a $30 and $70, $80 plus sale Actually, a friend of mine found the exact same skirt while we were on a thrift trip in Nashville. She found this and I was obsessed over it. And I'm literally gonna text her right after this and show her. So when if you're watching, look at her. I found one too. Maybe you sent it to me and you didn't even know it, but that's always the coolest thing when you find something that a friend also found in another place, which gives me hope that maybe you can find something like this near your area too, because it happened to me. So I was super excited to find this one. Okay, next up, this is a men's blazer formal wear brand that is just absolutely wild. In terms of retail, men's blazers are insane. I'm routinely shocked. I remember one time when we were a lot younger, Sean had like one of his first interviews for a really good job, and he needed a blazer, he needed a sports coat, and he had never had one before, so we had to go buy one for him that actually fit him. And man, that day was the first day I realized how expensive sports coats and blazers can be. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. Like $200 for a blazer is nothing when you compare it to this. This is like, this is canali. This is an absolute bolo. You need to memorize that tag. And this is why you need to check every single blazer. I know it's a pain. I never want to do it. At the Goodwill outlet, I don't want to check them. At the thrift store, I do not want to check them. But you should. You really, really should. Now, these are sometimes longer tail sellers because they sell for so much money. They do need a few additional measurements because, again, this is like a really high dollar item for people, but it is so worth it because a blazer like this can easily sell for $200 plus, because that is still, I don't even know, 80% off what it retailed for. These bad boys retail for over $1,000. Insane. I always look at the blazers. They're most likely never canali, but then once in a blue moon, once in a blue moon, they are. And that is why consistency pays off. You just keep looking. Not to mention, there are great blazer and sports coats bolos that are not even brands. And I think I have an example of that coming up for you guys in a vintage haul as well. All right. Here is a style-based bolo from one of my favorite little brands to find. I don't find this nearly often enough. Isn't it precious? It is a little Christmas Merry sweater. It is from Wooden Ships, which is sometimes sold at Anthropologie, and also they make really beautiful knit stuff because usually it's mohair blend. Yep, she is a mohair blend. I love finding Wooden Ships novelty sweaters. That's a great keyword to use. Christmas, holiday, Christmas sweaters. I actually found one for Halloween a few months ago. What really, honestly, event shopping, event sourcing is very much intertwined with style-based sourcing. Styles, trends, they're influenced by seasons, they're influenced by holidays, which means that holidays are great keywords too, which is why this is a style bolo. Christmas, novelty prints. I have totally talked about this on another bolo video as well. This is something I'm constantly keeping my eye out for, especially in really good materials like mohair. Okay, next up. So this is another Lag & Look brand. I have to admit, I love vintage, and I always say vintage is my favorite thing to sell. If there was a competitor, this is it. I love Lag & Look brands. Niched, small batch Lag & Look brands that are so expensive and go for so much resale. This is an example, and they're often just so like under the radar. This is Christina Lair. That's the tag. You can see the other side. It's made in the USA. They go by vanity sizing like a lot of Lag & Look brands do. And this is just like almost exactly what I would expect from Oscar. Like if I were to do this and not show you the brand, and if I would say it's Oscar, completely would fit. She is 100% linen, stunning. Linen and Lag & Look is a dream come true. Really beautiful Lag & Look piece. She makes really expensive stuff. Resale, it really depends on the piece. I need to look up exact comps for this one, but I know that some pieces from this brand, again, can go over that $100 mark. Absolutely stunning. And why I take a second look at fabrics, at what quality fabrics, what is that brand tag? It might be something great. And to be quite honest with you, even if there was no brand at all, longer length linen dresses are a lag and look bolo for me without that brand tag. Of course, that brand tag now is adding a ton of value, but without it, still a $30 sale, because style-based sourcing completely takes inspo from high value brands, high value styles. All right. Ooh, here's a good example. Okay, this is a bolo in her own right, and it's not what you think it's gonna be. Okay, this is Zara. I am an absolute Zara lover. I will shout it from the rooftops. I really like Zara. Now, it depends on the piece, because I am not a brand-based sourcer. I always say, like, I don't only source based off brand. I don't only source based on style. It's both. It truly is both. What do I mean by that? This is a stunning example. It is a crochet festival inspired, super 70s inspired hippie piece. And that style is what I'm looking for. Crochet in bright colors screams retro, festival, hippie. Those are the styles that I'm looking for, and it's often made by Zara. I find a lot of different Zara crochet pieces, and I love finding their crochet pieces specifically. So I was super happy to find this. All right, next up, let's get you on a hanger. Ooh, okay. So this is Zadig and Voltaire. Zadig Voltaire is a brand bolo, but I'm also showing you a style from them. I would consider a bolo as well. And it's not what they normally do. This is a super mod inspired print. Mod is a great keyword for this type of floral print. Super retro inspired. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of like a dark feminine piece, which is really what they're known for. So I was expecting skulls. We got flowers, which is still a really nice dark feminine look. Fairy grunge is a great keyword. Retro mod, and the brand itself is one that I absolutely like to look out for as well. Next up is going to be a bolo in a style I love. Okay, this is a brand I really love to find, one of many sustainable brands. It is Marine Layer. This is a super substantial style. That is truly what is carrying this piece. It is the style of it. Stunning winter, fall, winter dress. It is maxi, it's ribbed, it has a little mock neck. That is a substantial piece. I love looking for these types of dresses in a color like this, especially that's perfect for fall. It is also a super nice fabric. I believe it was like a modal or cotton blend. So this coupled with a brand like Marine Layer adds a ton of value. You're getting value from both the brand and the style. Okay, here's another lag and look item. This is a coat from Flax. Flax is one of my favorite lag and look brands to find. I love finding Flax linen. I normally find their pants, maybe a tunic top. This is a coat. Flax coats, Flax anything I love to find no matter the season. Now that we're in fall though, this is such a great item. It's long sleeve, it's linen, and it is I don't even have any words. Like, I've never found a coat from Flax, and honestly, I can't even take credit for this. Sean found this, Trash Panda #2. So again, another week in a row, I cannot lie. Trash Panda #2, Sean, has found the best items. This guy is so heavy, like I just got too tired to hold it up with one hand. He has been finding the most substantial items, so everyone, you need to go ahead and say go Sean in the comments again, because he really has been killing it, because man, this is another example of he felt this. He felt the linen, he felt the quality, he saw it was a coat, he took it without even looking at the brand. And that is such a way to source, because it's material based, it's style based, and then couple it with Flax, it's a no-brainer. This is a great bolo to look out for. Okay, here's another brand and style combination. So this little lace beauty is actually from Jenny Yu for Anthropology. This is such a stunning example of a cottage core piece. Dainty, very nice, feminine, lacy, embroidered piece. Screams cottage core, screams fairy, screams coquette. Plus it's from Jenny U, which adds value as well. I cannot. When it comes to these cottage core pieces, I think I'm just so biased because I love cottage core. Also, it sells really well for us. So I know in my head to look out specifically for cottage core items. This is a great example of something that is small, that packs a punch because it fits in different categories. All right, next up, this is a really nice quality item from a tag that maybe you know what brand it is, but you would not know it based on this tag. It says MOL Knits. I found this one in an old bin at the Goodwill outlet. That's where all of these items are from. They're from the Goodwill outlet, which means that people saw this in the bin, they left it behind. But this is actually Margaret O'Leary. I love Margaret O'Leary and their knits especially. This is a linen and silk piece. This is a style that I love. That pink is screaming fairy, it's screaming coquette. Plus, it's linen and silk, so it's also art to wear. I could even see lag and look. Plus, Margaret O'Leary knits do command really great value resale as well. So this is a great combination piece. Next up, this is going to be a style bolo. This is from Vero Moda. There is the tag. I heavily look out for these types of knits during winter. These very pastel, almost like bubblegum pink, coupled with other pastel colors, screams certain style aesthetics like coquette. There are so many good style aesthetics because right now these pastels and super hyper feminine colors are so on trend. I love to tap into that when it comes to winter inspired stuff as well. Plus I could easily add retro because it is super Y2K inspired. Plus a cute little puff sleeve. So I was super excited to find this one. Okay, next up, this is one of my workhorse brands. I really do loving finding this one. It is James Purse, standard James Purse. Now, they are awesome. I know their retail is insane. Certain items go for a ton of money resale as well. I love looking for their coats and their longer length dresses. This one is a midi dress in a beautiful dusty pink, and it's also really soft. She is going to be cotton and lycra, which makes sense. Beautiful ruching to her. This is an example of an event dress as well. I could see this so easily being a holiday event dress, a cocktail dress. Super great event keywords, as well as I can see the fairy keyword working for this as well. Super dainty, super feminine. All right, next up, this is going to be a style-based item I've been dying to show you. It is from Nobody's Child. There is the tag. Let me get it out so you can see it. There you go. So it's from Nobody's Child. It's beautiful cotton made in India. Eyelets. Oh, she fell. She's eyelet. She is a little puff sleeve. Plus, this is a milkmaid top. And you've got the beautiful midi length. So many different style aesthetics at once. I have been loving finding these kind of dresses in longer lengths in dark colors because right now those dark colors are so in for fall and for winter, of course. So witchy and whimsigoth works, but also you got cottage core and it's black. It is dark cottage core. I love finding these all the way through fall and winter. These are the dresses that truly become the workhorse for us every fall, every winter, and milkmaid has been super on trend as well. So next up is going to be a combination piece as well. This is from Cause. I love finding certain pieces in Cause, depending on the material, in outerwear especially, pants too, dresses even. I really like quite a couple categories. This is a wool blend shacket. Their shackets I really love, especially right now for this fall. Shacket, retro, these types of very interesting retro pockets. This is a retro inspired, super thick piece. It is a style I love to source every fall and every winter, and especially right now, men's workwear inspired pieces, which is what this reminds me of, is super on trend for women. So that coupled with it being a great material and from Cause is a great combination piece. I love this brand, especially when it comes to their sweaters and their jackets and their dresses, but this is Sundance. I love Sundance. This is so good. Look at her. This is beautiful. It's like a Nordic, almost Fair Isle, but more Nordic. Really beautiful full zip jacket. It has an eyelash knit detail to it. That is what these little fuzzies are. That's a great keyword. Stunning. This is a great style that year after year just sells great, and also it is a stunning, substantial piece coupled with a great brand, and that is what I mean when it comes to sourcing with both together. That is what creates great value in this piece. The difference between if I would have done this $30 and $50 sale, or if it was just a plain sweater, which honestly would go for less, it is because it has those style features that I would see this selling for about $50 online. All right, and next up, this is going to be another combination style-based piece. This is truly what I mean by material-based sourcing. This is an alpaca blend sweater from Madewell. I love finding certain materials when it comes to sweaters. Alpaca is one of them. Especially couple that with a super retro print. This is what I mean by retro. It is trippy. It is almost like a, oh, it is so cool. It's got that checkerboard and then it goes into that stripe. This is so cool. It's absolutely 60s and like mod inspired. I love that. This is what I mean. I'm sure someone else out there is gonna gush like me as well for the style of it, not just because it's made well, right? It's not, and honestly, this is something that pulls through an oversaturated brand. The fact that it is alpaca, it is all of those great style features and style keywords that I just used. That is what you use to elevate a piece like this, because truly, I would have picked this up without that. I don't care that it's made well. It's the fact that those style features elevates the value, which is why I'm so glad that I ended off with this piece, because we went from having, honestly, I started out this with Oscar and beautiful lag-and look pieces and super expensive, high retail, high resale brands to, I could do this and I'd still take it home and I'm still happy about it, because man, that's a style bolo in its own right. And that is the power of using both brand and style-based sourcing to create bolos that you've never heard before, probably because maybe one, they're brands that are so niche that maybe you've never heard of them and now I told you about them, or two, maybe you didn't even know that it could sell. And that is a great example of why I love to include both style-based and brand-based bolos. So that was all that I had for you guys today. I absolutely love doing these hauls for you. I feel like I say that every time, but I cannot like underestimate enough. So I am super grateful to all of you guys who watch, who comment, who love it, who tell me how you found something in your area after I showed something, or I showed a Whimsigoth piece, you used the keyword, or I showed this brand and then you found it. It's a wild experience. It's truly, I have no words. It's super heartwarming every time I hear one of you guys say that. And I appreciate you so much. If you like this kind of content, if you like this kind of like brand and style-based kind of bolo video, let me know, and I'll definitely continue to curate these types of videos for you guys so that you can find both in your area and have best of both worlds, because that is exactly what I love and what we do here at Trash Pandas Thrift. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.